HugAThug with love from above. HugAThug with love from above. HugAThug with love from above.
I would like to say that we want to thank God for the HugAThug ministry, the movement. This is Shallow Missionary Baptist Church. I'm Pastor Lawrence James. We also have Assistant Pastor Green and Associate Pastor Seals here with us. We have our wives, and we also we're thankful to have Judge Overstreet here with us also, because he have seen the impact that the HugAThugs have had on the community. And I'm going to ask ask 2 or 3, maybe 4 of the brothers to give a short testimony on what God has done for them.
God bless everybody. My name is June. I come out from Chicago, 87th Strip. Gang banging. What changed my life around when my boy got shot with a sawed-off shotgun. Blew it back to his front. And laying there in church, seeing him in his own coffin. And his mother, she was a deacon to the church. She told me, June, it's time to change your life, because you're going to be next. So it was time for me to lift my head up and start reading the Bible. And I like to say amen.
Appreciate the invitation to be with you today. I met Reverend James, like he mentioned, back on Martin Luther King's birthday, the celebration of the NAACP in Jefferson County, back January 2011, so a little over a year ago. And really enjoyed, I'd met the Reverend before then, but then we actually talked more on that particular day, and I heard a little bit more about the HugAThug program, and I'd seen him before in the courthouse. Okay, I had, as the Reverend mentioned, for several years, or he alluded to this, I've worked with juvenile court here in Jefferson County since 2009. But I just started working with on a regular basis with the criminal and felony court here since December, January, last few months. So I really appreciate hearing firsthand about the HugAThug program and what the church is doing here, and the Reverend and all who've worked, and all of your stories. I heard a few stories, and I know everybody else has a story to tell as well. So I commend you. As the Reverend mentioned, locking everybody up isn't the answer. Okay, sometimes we feel like we have to do that for a while. But there are success stories, even those who've had to do the time, as we've heard today. And what I want as a judge and as fellow citizen of yours here in Mount Vernon is for those who have offended to be able to change. And it is encouraging to me to know that these young men, some younger than others, right? So, have made the change, and that I believe in redemption for all of us, and even those who've gone down has been referred to as the gang path or the drug path. I really do believe in redemption, and I'm just very encouraged to be here with you and hear about it firsthand. My experience with the HugAThug program is minimal at this point, because I've just been doing the criminal docket a few months. But I feel like I've been enlightened today, and I want to encourage everybody behind me to keep the faith and keep striving to follow God. And that's all any of us do, right? So we just do our best, but I really applaud what you're doing, and work with your fellow brothers and sisters and other folks who need your help. Because a lot of times when folks come in front of me, I can weigh what I'm hearing, and I've got to make a decision based on that person, the community, what's at stake. But you guys can do the real work, and that's working with your friends, family members, folks you come in contact with. So really, I encourage you to continue working with friends, your brothers, your sisters, what have you. I'm just really encouraged to be here, and I respect this church as well and what you're doing, and encourage everyone, all of us trying to follow God, and keep it up, and you're doing great work in the community here. So thank you for inviting me to join you today.
My name is Donnie Stewart, formerly known as Donnie Mack, currently known as Pastor Donnie, from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. Grew up in the GDs, Chicago, Illinois, always in force and always chief in security. That was my life. The Lord blessed me to move forward after serving 20 years in prison. Came out, been out here, and of course I've met a brother pastor who is heading the HugAThugs, and I believe it's a wonderful thing. I bear witness to those who have had change in their life, and I'm here to serve, to certify, to support, and whatever is required to ensure that we continue to move out hugging thugs, so that those like myself who have gone through so much in life and did so much damage in society can not only be recognized as being a part of society once again, but also to show forth that there's others out there as well whom may not be counted as yet, but certainly should never be counted out, because God is good, and we should always be moved to hug a thug.
Amen.
My name is Scott Quinn, and I am a public defender in my community. And one of the problems we public defenders see again and again is repeat offenders. But I'm happy to say that's not the case so far, at least. That hasn't been the case with my clients that get into the HugAThug program, because they don't show back up in my courtroom. With probation, they've got accountability, but they don't really have anything else. But with the HugAThug program, there's accountability and God's love, and it's that combination that I think is actually changing the people in this program for good. And so I'm a strong supporter of the HugAThug program.
HugAThug with love from above. 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 HugAThug with